If the Lord's telling you to get away from the West Coast, get away from the West Coast, folks, because this iceberg's going to be hitting sometime this year. Email from a listener. Hi, Sherry. God bless. Great show as always. And the remake song with the Weather Girls. Yeah, I'm such the pop singer now. Do you think that there were shapeshifters when Yahushua was walking the earth, and was Yahushua releasing positive energy like the orgone blaster do, only more powerful? You know, it's his thing. This whole orgone energy is his energy. And so, I don't know. The Bible always refers to it as biblical, and it refers to it as apocalyptic. And, you know, that's you know, I know what it's going to do apocalyptic-wise, but I don't know what it's done in the past. And from what I can tell, orgone is something that has always been around. It was just known as something different in the past. I don't know what it was referred to as in the past. I don't have enough information on it. And so I don't know. But I know it's going to cause a lot of the things that the Bible talks about. The destruction of the locusts after 6 months. It's going to cause boils on people. Their chip implants. It's going to burn and cause boils on alien and demonic forces. And so it's going to do a lot of things. We're going to see it coming too. And unfortunately, he's going to retaliate against the entire bride for it. But we also know that's coming. It's his war on the saints. Do you think any reptilian shapeshifted in front of Yahushua? I have no idea if they did or not. I know the demons knew who he was and would scream out at him. They know. They know who you are. They know those who have the love of the Lord in them as well. How many orgone warriors do you estimate in L.A., California? We are 2 out of 144,000. I'm glad you like the pendants we sent you. Yes, I did like those pendants. I'm not real sure about California. I've sent a lot out there to a lot of Air Force bases out there, which is funny enough because they're the ones setting up the planes to spew chemtrails on everybody, and it's the families themselves that are turning around and buying the orgone to protect their own houses from getting these chemtrails on their heads. You know, just get it out there. Just do what the Lord leads you to do, because I can't put people together. I can't say, okay, I got a warrior here and a warrior over there and put them together. It causes too many problems. And so you have to just listen to the Lord. If he tells you to get a certain area with orgone, then get it. You know, target the water supplies in L.A. Target the underground. There's a bunch of reptilian underground tunnels through L.A. Try to get it in the underground. The sewers, the ditches, whatever the Lord leads you to do, because there's so much in L.A. It is the city of fallen angels before it was the city of angels for a reason. And so just a lot of work to do out there, and a lot of work to do everywhere, folks. Hi, Sherry. My brother was wondering how we'd be able to tell the real from the false miracles. Everything that's coming down from Benny Hinn and Jesus that's coming, they're all false miracles. And you know what? They may look real, and Satan can mimic. And you know, it's kind of like cause a problem and fix it yourself type thing. And have a demon infest somebody and have them cause problems and get rid of the demon, tell the demon to leave, and the person acts like he's healed because the demon left. Just don't buy it, folks. Just you know, everyone's gonna love him. That's the problem. When he comes and he starts healing people, healing the sick and healing the lame and restoring the blind's eyesight, people are gonna love him. The majority of the world's going to accept him as a Messiah, and then he's gonna say, I'm just the son. You need to worship Maitreya as God. Or heaven forbid, George Bush. So just play it by ear. He's not going to pull one over on anybody with their eyes halfway open. We're all going to be repulsed by it. And those who are still here, because we can laugh about it now and we're repulsed by it. It's going to be the church crowds being led by all these TBN preachers, by the hundreds of thousands that are going to be deceived by this, because Benny Hinn and all of them will pull their weight and support behind these beasts that are coming. Also, my mom would like to say that she really appreciates what you're doing, as do I, my brother. God bless and thank you for answering our question. Carol and family, we love you. I love you too. We love the Lord's people. And I'll answer the rest of your question later. Hey Sherry, I was watching the miniseries John Adams on HBO, and guess what? Not much has changed in 200 years. They couldn't agree on anything back then either. Also, when I was watching the news today, I believe the economic crash is beginning before they really want it to. That's why the Fed is trying to keep it propped up. Yeah, it is. But you know what? They've been propping it up since last September and October. You can't tell me I was the only one who knew the vaults were empty of gold. They knew. So they've been propping it up. And the only reason, like I said, they're delaying things is because of their own indecisiveness. Because we're destroying a lot of their plans. They have to go to plan B, C, and D because we keep taking plan A's away from them. And that's a testament to the Lord's warriors. Question from our listener. Any targets in Quebec that you could suggest? What did the codes say about us here in Quebec? Thank you, Sherry. Obelisk are excellent targets because they're Satan's penis symbols all over the place. So yeah, just target these things. Ask the Lord where to put Oregon as for targets. Ask Him. He loves to go on these missions, and just go with Him. Just head out, ask Him to show you where to put them, and go from there because He'll show you. I love you, girl. I love you, too. I love all the Lord's people. It's so much fun. I feel a lot better now that I did starting this show. Because I see the destruction that's coming. And I've tried to do my part in holding it off. Just to give the Lord's people time. And, so that's where we're at, folks. I'm not going to answer any more questions tonight. I just want to wrap this up. Yeah, there's no propping it up anymore. Even me being silent and not saying anything isn't going to do anything. The banks are empty. The vaults are empty. Boom. It's coming. The crash is coming. And so, some of you, enemy, and the Lord's telling you to get your money out of the banks, get them out. If you feel like you're fine, then you're fine. You know, what could affect one person in one state may not affect somebody else somewhere else. The problem with Israel today is we're all over the world. When the prophets used to speak, they used to speak to the people in Israel. They were all in one place. Now when you speak to Israel, you'll speak into the entire world because Israel is red, yellow, black, and white, and we're all over the world. And so that makes it impossible to speak something and have it affect everybody all at one time. But that's, I'm going to wrap it up, because I've said what I've had to say tonight. The War on the Saints is coming, the roundups are coming, the economic crash is coming, banks will be closing, and if the banks are closed, businesses are going to close, they can't bank, and so just think about things, folks, get prepared. What can you go 3 months, do not head to relocation areas. Don't go for government support and help. That's the biggest thing. That's how they're going to get you. Stay at home. You should have enough for you and your family to get through at least a month, 3 months. And so don't be heading out and getting government help because this FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, and I warned about this last year, 2 years ago, is because FEMA is going to be an arm of the beast, and it's going to be taken over and run by these hutch tall boy aliens. When Satan arrives on Earth, they're going to be the ones running FEMA and enforcing chip implantation and enforcing the deaths of all these people that are rounded up. Because they won't bat an eye, carting people off in trains and taking them to slaughter centers where they'll be burned and whatever. I mean, these aliens, they won't bat an eye. And so that's why they'll be the ones in charge of all this and taking over FEMA. So just a heads up till next week. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what else he'll let me talk about next week. But until then, y'all bless everybody.